We've done quite a few videos now on cornering skills, but in this video we're going to look specifically at how to deal with flat turns.
Yeah, technique is really important. You're not going to find any berms or banks to give you support.
So these are our top tips for dealing with flat corners. In our skills videos, we quite often talk about looking further down the trail. In corners, normally I'm looking for places of grip, maybe berms or cambers that can help me out. Like we said before, on flat corners, you're not going to find that. So what I'm actually looking for is the dirt and the obstacles that are on the floor. In this turn, there is actually a bit of a berm to the outside, but it's a bit loose. To me, it looks much better to cut inside. It's hard pack, and I'm going to find the grip here. So once I've looked to the inside, I'm then going to check my exit. So I think this corner can be dealt with pretty fast, and the grip is going to be on the inside of this corner. Look for gravel or small stones that might make you slide. Mud patches or puddles are best avoided if possible, so try to look for the grippiest part of the trail. A really useful technique on flat turns is what I call dipping the bike. It's where you push the bike over at more of an angle and you keep your body more upright and to the outside of the bike. Practice this on something with flat, consistent grip like a car park, and just get the bike laid over as far as possible. Pick up your outside elbow, push in your outside knee, and have a go at it.
Dropping your outside foot into the turn to find grip is a great way of lowering your center of gravity. A low center of gravity is essential to finding grip. I always do this if the corner is smooth and I can see that there are no obstacles that my pedal will catch up on. Think about dropping your heel into the outside pedal to drive the bike through the turn.
It's also good to think about your weight distribution front to back on the bike. I see quite a lot of people when they get to scary turns, they'll actually start dropping their weight off the back of the bike to feel safer to get away from it. Then that actually takes weight off the front tyre and that will slide easier then. So ideally you'll find a sweet spot somewhere in the middle of the bike, so both tyres are equally weighted, they should lose grip at the same time. And on a slippy corner, I'll actually leave my hips where they are and just lower my chest slightly to the bars to bias that front tyre. So hopefully, actually, my rear drifts a little bit and I get a bit of a warning.
Bike setup can make a huge difference to how much grip you have when you're doing these flat turns.
Specifically, bar height and stem length is going to affect where your weight is on the bike. A cross-country setup with a longer stem is actually going to bring your weight further forward. So think about that and trying to balance your weight perfectly on the bike to find the grip in these flat turns.
And the other point is tyres. You can get a tyre that's quite fast rolling, but you can also get one that's a bit grippier. And you've got to find what will suit the conditions better.
My tyres are big and wide with aggressive tread on there. They're going to find a really good amount of grip, but they're not going to be the fastest rolling tyres.
Yeah, so I've got some super fast rolling tyres here, quite shallow tread, and you're really going to have to work that body position to find good grip.
Pressure also makes a big difference to how much grip you have. I'm quite a clumsy rider, so I like to go quite hard, about 30 psi. The tyre's not going to find the best amount of grip, but hopefully I should avoid punctures.
Yeah, and I go a little bit softer. I go for around 26 psi. I find it really deforms over the ground and I find excellent traction.
When it comes to braking and cornering, it's really important on flat turns to come off the brakes before you start turning in. You can see Scott does that really nicely here. He's off the brakes, he's angling the bike over, and he's only asking his tyres to grip one way and not leant over and try and slow himself down. You see, I make the mistake of coming in too fast and I'm still on the brakes, and you can see I start to lose grip in the turn. That's not going to be a fast way of doing it. So there you go. Actually, technique is really important for flat turns and for trying to find the grip. Everyone's scared of washing out that front wheel, so make sure you've got some weight on it.
Yeah, subtle changes to maximize your grip.
And if you want to see more videos from GMBN, you can click up there for tyre pressure explained.
And click down there on how to rail a berm.
Click in the middle to subscribe if you haven't done already, and give us a big thumbs up if you found the video useful.